Good morning. It's Thursday, July 10th, and we're here at the entrance of Building 5. They actually have begun to pave all of Bonita Beach Road up to Building 1 and around the corner. They've installed new walk safety lights here, which we think we're going to see over at Building 1. So we just thought that we'd give you a quick tour today of the facilities for those of you that haven't been here. By the way, this was actually an entrance here when Jean Melio was the president of the association. She lived in Building 5 and decided that they wanted to close this entrance. So as you can see, you used to be able to take a left-hand turn here and roll right into the complex, but that's all been closed off. And here we go. Here's Frank and Betty taking off for another day of work, realty work, I'm sure. Okay, so here we are coming into Building 5. This tree has been here forever and is really something. A lot of Building 5 owners have been asking to have this taken down for quite some time, but to no avail. Building 5 always had an owner's workshop, which is right here. So this workshop is available for owners that want to do carpentry or metalwork or anything like that. We did get an inch of rain last night, and as you can see, actually over an inch, and the Building 5 lobby drained perfectly with no problem. Same as we're saying with all of the lobbies that have the pavers removed. Moving right along out of Building 5 into Building 4. There's the brand new pool at Building 4. As you can see, really turns out to be a private pool this time of year. Not too many guests or owners on site right now. Into Building 4. For those of you that have not been attending meetings, right now the meetings are held in the space adjacent to the temporary manager's office, which is in Building 4. Bike storage room here, by the way, in Building 4 as well. And each door has a key lock, a key code lock to get you into the actual space. So the temporary manager's office is right here. Doesn't look like Glenn is here right now. Maybe out and about the property, not sure. Check to see, maybe the door is locked. Let me check it. Yeah, no one there right now. I do want to show you the meeting room for those of you that have not been on site for our owners' meetings. They're held in this space, 4104. I'm just going to open the lock box and open the door here real quick so you can see what the meeting room looks like. And so at the time that the meeting is held, this is what you've seen on our videos and what you'll see when they do finally post them. The screen where you see the meeting participants is here. The board usually sits at this conference table, and there's adequate seating in this for the owners that are on site right now. And after you lock the door and return the key to the lockbox, you need to scramble the code. Okay, moving on to Building 3. This is where I think some of the most interesting space is that's been renovated. For those of you that have been long-term owners, I'm sure you're aware that most of the meetings were held here. When I was on the board approved the installation of a handicap access door. That's been replaced by this automatic sliding door. I don't think it's working right now. Let me just double check. It's locked. So that will be a sliding door. Communication room is here. These are the new AC units that have been installed. You notice they're off the ground. Also, what you'll notice is that on all of the laundry rooms, there are propane tanks for the dryers. I think I showed you the Building 1 laundry room the other day. Let me see if this laundry room is open. Yes, it is. This is the Building 3 laundry room. Same basic setup, credit card, washers and dryers, all large capacity, by the way, and the room is fully air conditioned. Moving around to the south entry of Building 3, this is where our new meeting space is. For you long-term owners, you'll remember that there were internet stations here. Also, there were benches along the sides. The room right now has been totally retiled, air conditioned, as well as, and you see the vastness of the space here. So a lot of room for owner meetings. This is a new conference room. I checked it out earlier, it's open. So I think that the board and probably the manager will use this. Potential exists, by the way, which former treasurer Brandy Spears has pointed out, that there is a potential to convert some of this to rental space, commercial rental space. This is the new manager's office. Let me see if I can find the light. There we go. So this is the reception area for the manager. You'll notice, like we had before, there's a sliding counter, collapsible counter here. Closet space. What we used to have in the old manager's office was all of the keys for the units were here. Here is the manager's office with a view out the window. And obviously, when they do move, the manager does move over here, we're pretty sure they'll be occupying this space. Another view of the vast meeting room in Building 3. Moving right along, for those of you that have not been here, I guess there is a plan to set up vending machines somewhere, not really sure. This is a commercial space where the beauty salon used to reside. And in here, it's locked right now, but in this space, Trevor Johnson and the My Florida team have asked the board to use this space for their rental. On to the mailroom, always open. Whoop. Mailroom always open, and again, for owners that have not been here, here's where you'll find your mailboxes. There are package storage lockers here as well. I'm really not sure how those work, but we'll find out. And bulletin board. There was supposed to be video surveillance in this room. I don't see any cameras, but that doesn't mean that there's not video surveillance that's been set up yet. But this is the new mailroom, which replaces the mailroom that used to be in Building 4. Okay, quick trip out of Building 3. I just wanted to show you, by the way, the electrical room, and the electrical rooms here have all been replaced. And so this is the damage that the hurricane did. It destroyed all of these meters, and you'll notice that the meters are here for every single unit in Building 3. All of the power for elevators, etc. So not too many owners get to see this, but we had a situation with one of our units where we weren't getting bills from FPL, and as it turns out, 2 meters were, that's our unit right there, 3005, and that particular meter was labeled as 3704. That's why we never got the bill. Of course, FPL caught up with us, and it was like a $600 bill by the time. Hi, how you doing? Just doing it. Hey, this is a man from LHR. Say hello to the camera, Mike.
Hello, camera.
Thank you. Okay, moving right along into Building 2. We don't want to make this too much longer, but, and again, we did show you Building 2 before. The other interesting area that has been refurbished is the multi-use room that's in Building 1. And that multi-use room is actually pretty impressive, the way that it's been. And again, here's the water lines from last night's rain, totally dried out. 2107 is another rental space. Right now, I think LHR is using it as temporary office space, but this is another potential rental space for a commercial tenant. Okay, I just want to keep this going, and we're almost at the end here. Moving along to, there we go. Moving along over to Building 1. And you'll notice that a lot of red tape has been placed on through the walking areas to prevent people like me from walking through these spaces. But here we go into Building 1. Showed you this yesterday. I should say not yesterday, but the last time that we were in a video about the hanging cables and all of that. Again, no one at the pool at Building 1. Oh, sorry. There's two people, private pool, all the way. Back into Building 1 again. Hi, good morning. Back into Building 1 again. Same deal with the dried up lobby. This is the multi-purpose room, former site of the cafeteria. We were in here earlier just to turn the lights on so that you could see the actual space. There was a problem with this refrigerator, I understand, and so it was replaced. This is the one that's going back, I think. And so this is what this multi-purpose room looks like. Very nicely appointed kitchen, full-size refrigerator, microwave, ice machine, sink, cabinets, etc. All beautiful, brand new, and ready for multi-purpose use, whatever that is. Some people have said that the potential exists here for some type of takeout food service, and but based on the amount of room that's here, that's a possibility, I would think. It has storage space, as you see here, hot water heater, slop sink, etc. So that pretty much wraps up our tour. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, we'll send this video out like we did with the prior videos, but if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see these videos without having to go through the posting. So we're just going to close the lights here. Lock it back up. And this concludes our tour. Thank you very much. It's Mike and Diane signing off from the Beach and Tennis Club on Thursday, July 10th.